asked 17,500 people to vote for the Pokemon they thought was the best. And after 2.7 million votes, that is correct, 2.7 million votes, we have an accurate ranking on what the public feel about every single Pokemon. Now, this is probably the biggest survey that I'm going to be able to make, at least. So this is going to give the best example of what everyone thinks generally are the best and worst in the entire Pokemon franchise. So you can keep an eye and try and find where your favorites are and where your least favorites are. And we're going to go through all of the results right now. But first, this was my list. This was what I voted personally for all of these different Pokemon. These are the Pokemon that I thought were the best, going down all the way to the Pokemon that I thought were the worst. And generally, if you want to see that, then you can watch the video where I voted on all of them. It's on this channel as well. And now to look at the total results. I think that we should start from the very bottom and then go all the way up to the top. So I'm gonna quickly hide it. So sorry, you guys can't see the results. Gonna click over to the results, go all the way to the bottom, and we're gonna start right now. So, in jail, look at this. We have a Alolan Persian, a Alolan Raticate. I mean, this is pretty much what you expect in jail. I just don't understand why Gigantamax Meowth is in jail. That doesn't make any sense to me. That actually makes me kind of sad. I mean, I understand Wormadam being here. In fact, it's weird that only one of the Wormadam forms are here of all the Pokemon after 2.7 million votes. Also, both versions of Enamorus are here. I mean, I actually think the turtle version of Enamorus is fine. In fact, I don't really see what the problem with Enamorus is. Also, it is listed by the generation. So the Generation 1 Pokemon are always going to be at the front of the tiers, and the later generation Pokemon are always going to be at the end of the tiers, I think. There is some weirdness with how some of the Pokemon were structured, but that's generally how it works. And then we have, of course, we have Trump, we have Illumise and Volbeat. No one likes Illumise. No one likes Volbeat. That makes complete sense. We have Bruxish in here. You know, I generally think that there is somewhat of a bias against pink Pokemon. A lot of these Pokemon are pink. I mean, obviously, Mr. Mime is going to jail. Okay, Gumshoe's being like the Trump Pokemon, being a convicted felon and being put in jail. I mean, that is pretty funny. I have to admit, that's pretty funny. But let's scroll up to what people think the worst Pokemon are. I don't like that Diggersby is up here. This is like the lowest tier below jail. And I don't like that Diggersby is here. I like Diggersby a lot. Castform, that can chill there. I don't mind Castform being there. That's totally okay with me. Scatterbug, again, it looks like we're trending towards the uglier Pokemon being in the lowest tier. This is a solid D tier right here. I know, everyone's sad. Everyone's sad that Diggersby's in there. It makes a lot of sense to me. I don't like that Huntail is in here, though. Generally, I think Huntail is pretty cool. I did forget it existed for a long time. And even the dog Pokemon can't escape the D tier. Again, I'm seeing a lot of pink and a lot of pink Pokemon in here. Do people just not like pink? I think pink's a fine color. It's not one of my favorites. Obviously, purple is my favorite color, but I wouldn't say it's one of the worst in the world. And you know what? Justice. Ledian is in the worst tier. Justice. People say Ledian, anagram for Daniel, which is my name, but no, it's going in the lower tier where it belongs. Quite frankly, I'm seeing a lot of baby Pokemon down here too, which is it means to me that there's a growing anti-baby sentiment in the Pokemon community, which is, oh my god, Seal is D tier? Okay, that genuinely surprises me. Wow, actually, these Gen 1 D tiers, they are really surprising to me. I did not expect Seal to be so low. Like, what's up with that? Then we got Weepinbell down here. Why is Weepinbell so low? I don't really understand that at all. Fearow is D tier? I mean, Fearow's cool. I kind of like Fearow, actually. I think Fearow's pretty chill with it. I mean, almost being the lowest rank that could possibly be. I mean, it's just a Seal? Okay, well, it's just a Seal. It's kind of cute, though. Like, don't you think Seals are cute? I think Seals are pretty cute. Oh god, I zoomed in too far. Jesus, I girl bossed a little bit too close to the sun there. All right, Gloom. I mean, yeah, it just seems like a lot of the uglier Pokemon are here. Wigglytuff, because no one likes Wigglytuff apart from the one person, Guildmaster Wiggly in my chat, who is the one person that likes Wigglytuff and this planet, I think. I think Wigglytuff needs some kind of buff. It needs, like, another evolution. Can it even get one? Oh, no, it can't. It's a max stage. Jeez, that's really embarrassing. It needs a buff. It needs an alternate form. It needs a mega evolution, maybe in Legend Czar. Something like that. It needs something. Lickitung, I actually think Lickitung is a really interesting Pokemon. I actually like Lickitung a lot, so I'm not really too happy that it's down here. Ledybur makes sense. Alolan Meowth being down here too. Also, that really upsets me. I don't dislike the Alolan versions of Persian and Meowth that much. The fact that it's so low is kind of upsetting. Love Disc makes sense to be down here. But Gorobus? Do we really hate Gorobus that much? Do we really hate Gramble this much as a community? Collectively, do we hate Gramble? You know what I like about this? I like that I can sit here and I can dunk on these decisions because usually it's people dunking on my decisions and my choices. Well, not today. Today, we come together to dunk on the mysterious we, the collective conscience that doesn't necessarily get targeted by any individual person. You can't tweet at the collective conscience and harass them. So we can dunk on this as much as we want. And we can make fun of this as much as we want because there's no harm in it at all. Okay, but let's see. So going up into C tier. Now, this is where I think most Pokemon are going to land. This is C tier, right? Goodness great. This is where 41% of Pokemon land. Now, you can see whether or not you agree with this, but I think that C tier really encompasses the mid Pokemon that not a huge amount of people generally enjoy that much. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be mad at this, and we can look through it. We got like some Ultra Beasts in here. Honestly, I believe Monkey Dory probably should be in jail. I think Monkey Dory probably should have gone to jail. I think that Gigantamax Garbodor deserves a little bit better than that, really. We have a massive version of Meltan. In fact, a lot of the Dynamax Pokemon are in C tier. I guess people just generally don't like Dynamax all that much. It looks like a lot of the legendaries are going to end up in C tier as well. We have the Tornadus. We have Calyrex. Calyrex should be in jail. Calyrex should go to jail right now. Then there's Zarude. I think a lot of the forgettable Pokemon are going to end up here. Be honest, we're not going to remember Pecharunt in a couple of generations from now, are we? We're going to forget about Pecharunt quite quickly. No matter how much you like that DLC, it's really not a memorable Pokemon. And Zarude, again, Zarude is going to be one of those legendaries you forget exists. Sakataka, I like the Ultra Beasts. In fact, I am kind of sad that so many of the Ultra Beasts are down here, and I kind of wish that they weren't. But, I mean, you have Minior. Minior's cute. Minior's like a star bit. But since so many of the Pokemon land in C tier, maybe we should have had more tiers. Maybe we should have more tiers. Because I'd like to see the breakdown. I mean, we can look at the breakdown of the votes, which is interesting. So I could like click on Amoonguss, which breaks my heart that Amoonguss is so low because, you know, it is a fervent fighter for trans rights. We can take a look at the voting breakdown, which is, no, I can't. I lied to you. I'm sorry. I'm a massive liar. Can I zoom out? I can. If I zoom out, I can look at the individual votes. So, like, there was a lot of people saying that was awesome. In fact, so almost 100 people said that Amoonguss needs to go to jail. I also spoiled what's the top. Sorry. If I'm gonna want to take a look at the individual votes, I will have to spoil who's at the top, but we can take a look at that later. I'm gonna be focusing on what's down here with the Amoonguss right now, which is it has a lot of votes for jail, and that kind of upsets me. It did end up in C, but it almost scraped B. Now look at down, like we have so many Pokemon in C. Like we got Regigigas. Never mind, I can take a look at Regigigas nice and close. Look at this. I can take a look at Regigigas. Oh, Regigigas did it land in C? Dude, people really liked Regigigas, actually. I expected Regigigas to be a little bit lower. I think people overestimate how good Regigigas is without its ability, when Regigigas without its ability is very good, but not as good as you might think. Like, it doesn't really have the best move variety. It has incredible attack, to be sure, but it's not the fastest Pokemon in the world. It has a decent amount of bulk, but not as much as you might expect coming from, like, fighting other legendaries. It's not going to be as good as, like, most other legendaries. Or, I mean, it'll be better than most legendaries, but it's not going to be in, like, the top tier of legendaries. And also, if you want to take a look at the individual vote breakdown for all the Pokemon, like... Enamorus. A lot of people are voting for Enamorus as like awesome. Dude, the people that said that Enamorus is peak fiction, I need to have a conversation with them because like what is going on there? And why is there so many people putting this Meowth in jail? It's just a long cat. That genuinely makes me sad. This is just a long cat and people are putting this guy in jail. And it just doesn't make much sense to me. It breaks my heart. But I will put the link for this in the description if you want to see the voting breakdown for all these. Like, obviously, oh man, Drowsy got buggered. Dude, people do not like Drowsy. Look at this. That is crazy. Jeez, okay, why is Crabdominable here? Okay, I don't understand why Crabdominable is in jail, but it is really funny that 9 people said that Crabdominable is peak fiction. There are some this really does go to show, and I've said this for a while. One Pokemon is someone's favorite. Every single Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Even Aromatisse is someone's favorite out there. Even Smoochum is someone's favorite. I don't know why Smoochum is in jail, but every single Pokemon is someone's favorite, apart from Volbeat. Sorry, apart from Illumise. Illumise is nobody's favorite Pokemon. No, disregard the 7. I'm gonna assume the 7 is people just mindlessly clicking peak fiction on every single Pokemon just because they really like the franchise and they really just want to show some support for all of them. But Illumise, no one's favorite. Bruxish is someone's favorite. I could assume that. I will definitely believe that that's true. Licky, that's someone's favorite. 26 votes. Look at that. That's actually a pretty good result for Illumise. Unfortunately, not a lot of Republicans playing Pokemon right now, I guess. Because he did not get a lot of votes for peak fiction. And we have Mr. Right. I like this. I think this guy's cool. And that's not just a joke because he's an ice type. Okay, I genuinely think that this Pokemon is good. I think this Pokemon is interesting and good. And look, Hypno got more peak fiction votes than I think like most of the other Pokemon in this area. If we look again into the D tier, I could say to myself, oh, this disappoints me that Diggersby is in the D tier, but let's look at the voting breakdown. Wow, not a lot of people really like Diggersby. I would say Diggersby is at least a B for me. Like, maybe it's a C for most people. It's at least a B for me. All right, let's have a look at Wigglytuff. Oh, a lot of people kind of like Wigglytuff. I feel like a lot of the love for Wigglytuff comes from the fact that it's from the Mystery Dungeon game, though, right? That's got to be where it's from. Look at Castform. All right, if we take a look at the voting breakdown for Castform, I mean, where even is it? It's in the D tier, right? Voting breakdown for Castform. Yeah, I mean, some people like it. I can understand why some people would like it because it's got an interesting concept. Like, it's got a gimmick and it has a ton of different forms. So I can see why some people would like it. But man, I truly do despise this mon. I think we could pop it like a balloon. And what we should do is we should pop them all like a weather balloon, and then we wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. We should do what America did to that Chinese weather balloon that veered off course and started floating above like somewhere. I don't know where it was. And they popped it with like they sent a jet up to go and bomb it or something. Oh, Terrapagos! What? Only C tier? Let's look at the voting breakdown for Terrapagos. Okay, not many people putting this thing in jail, but I really do like this guy. I kind of wish that, you know what? I'm going to say it deserved a lot better than this. It being solidly in C tier, I mean, it makes sense to me. But I do think that it deserves better. I think it's cool. It's the baby form. Yeah, but the baby is the cutest. And I think that being cute definitely gives you some kind of points. It's gonna, I mean, okay, it depends on the people that voted for this. A lot of my subscriber base trends towards a certain demographic. So maybe that specific demographic doesn't vibe with it. Also, Ice-Q, I do love penguins, but man, I wish you were a cooler penguin. I love There's proof that I love penguins. Listen, proof that I love penguins right here when I met Shady Penguin at the zoo. Big proof, big moment for penguin enjoyers all over the planet, all over the world. And yeah, no, not Shady Penguin, not just Shady Penguins. I love them all. I think they're all fantastic, okay? This is kind of gross. I think it's the head. I really think if they gave this thing like a bit of a different head, this would have been it would have been such a good mon. It has a gimmick though, except it's a gimmick that it kind of stole from Mimikyu. It just became the penguin version of Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is already really cool. People already like Mimikyu. But it just didn't do anything to further the cause of people enjoying penguins. And then Quilladin. You know, I am kind of sad that Quilladin is so low. I feel like Quilladin deserves better than this. It is D tier. Man, it was so close to being in jail though. Look at the voting breakdown for this. What would they think with Quilladin? Were they just trying to make a cartoon-ass character? What were they doing? I do like him. I don't hate him. I also wonder if there's a disparity between the votes for Oinkologne male and Oinkologne female. Is this the male one? This is the male one. 2 peak fiction votes, 37 awesome votes. Let's have a look at the female one. Some people had a real difference in opinion between both of the Oinkologne forms, which is really funny. There's 3 more peak fiction votes. Although I think it's exactly the same amount of awesome votes on this Oinkologne. Or did I get them backwards? This is the female and this is the male? Oh, so the patriarchy strikes again, Chad. I see how it is. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. In C tier, we have Petron. Let's have a look at Petron. This is a star player here. It's new. There's recency bias towards Petron, and people just think he's kind of mid. Honestly, I don't disagree. And I think as time goes on, people will understand the Petron agenda will fall apart and people will start to understand how mid Petron actually is. Yeah, I mean, the Mochi thing, not that good. It's gonna be the one to say it. Now, Wiglet. Oh god, I want to see what Wiglet's breakdown was like. Dude, people like Wiglet. Oh no. People genuinely like Wiglet like kind of a lot. And that freaks me out, man. Who are the people out there that love Wiglet that much? Who are they? And what are they doing? And why? Yo, Dunsparce being so low in C actually surprises me. I genuinely thought Dunsparce would be a little bit higher than this, but I guess not. I thought it'd be higher because like it's a cool new form. I guess because Dunsparce in general, they could have done so much with Dunsparce and they just kind of made it bigger. I feel like the Dunsparce was a massive missed opportunity. Mega Ordino being the first Mega Evolution, honestly, this makes sense. I'm surprised that Mega Ordino honestly isn't in D. I think some people just like Mega Evolutions in general, but this man, I mean, Mega Ordino just not that great, really. It's a solid C tier Pokemon. I mean, honestly, I would have put it in D. People were disappointed in Mega Ordino. The fact that this is a Mega Evolution kind of is a little bit insulting. But what if we take a look at, say, oh, Mega Glalie and Mega Medicham are also down here? But Mega Medicham was like genuinely cool though. Ooh, the breakdown in this one is a little harsh. It was almost, dude, it was so close to being in B and C and D. Dude, this is why, this shows that voting is very important. All right, look at this. It became so close to being in both of these other areas. It's genuinely, this is the centrist Mega Evolution. This is the most centrism Mega Evolution that you could get. I like Mega Medicham. I think Mega Medicham is kind of cool. People don't generally lean towards it being like the best, or people wouldn't put it in like their top 5. Oh, it's C for centrist. Yeah, that's exactly where it is. No, Knucklestack! Knucklestack is so cool though. This thing is so cute. This is at least a B-mon. Come on. I love Knucklestack. I think Knucklestack is awesome. The fact that it's so low, that's actually kind of heartbreaking to me. I think this is really cool. Just Knucklestack specifically. And then, oh, what else is here? We have Kricketune showing you that just a cry cannot carry you. Just because, listen, just because you say, it can't carry you all the way because you have a kind of weird, creepy design and you're not very good in the game. No one has ever used Kricketune in the video game before. I am standing on that. I don't think anyone has genuinely used Kricketune for their team before unless they absolutely had to. Ooh, we have Titan here. We have a lot more Mega Evolution. Manaphy's in the C tier? What? Damn. I wonder why. This is such an interesting vote. I thought that Manaphy would be in A. I think that's where I put Manaphy. I'm not really sure. It was at least in B. Manaphy's, this shocks me. I did not expect it to be that low. I mean, it's down there with Probopass. It's down there with Abomasnow. It's down there with, oh, Exploud being down there. That's confusing. Shout out if you see anything that really confuses you. Like, for example, oh my god, why is Mega Heracross in C tier? Mega Heracross is cool. What? Just C tier. It's not that boring. Is it that boring? Why are so many people trying to put Mega Heracross in jail? What's up with that? 230 people voted for Mega Heracross to go to jail? I disrespect that. That's a bad choice. What is going on with people? Okay, I feel like a lot of these Pokemon actually do deserve to be down in the C tier. Honestly, Delibird being so high kind of shocks me. I think this is because this is like the good penguin. If you look at the votes for Delibird, let's see. Damn, a lot of votes for jail on Delibird. A lot of D tier votes, but mostly ton of C tier votes. Actually, people genuinely like Delibird. People like Delibird a lot. People like Delibird like a freakish amount. What is going on with that? Cockle Hot Wheels! Ah, no way! No way! Hot Wheels is sick! Hot Wheels is definitely like one of my favorite Pokemon. At least I am one of the 44 that put Hot Wheels into the high tier. I love Cockle. Cockle is so cute. Who's trying to put Cockle in jail? Is it because of the fossil fuels? Is it because the emissions and the ozone layer? What's all that about? Let's see, what else is in C tier? We have Seviper. I mean, this makes sense. Mega Mewtwo X is it? Ditto? What? This can't be real. Mega Mewtwo X in C tier blows my mind. Damn, a lot of dude, people do not like Mega Mewtwo X all that much. There's wow, so many jail votes for Mega Mewtwo X, and I bet Mega Mewtwo Y is gonna be the tippy top. I would not put Ditto in jail. I think that's mean. Mega Mewtwo X in C is really funny. I don't think it's ugly. I think he looks kind of cool. Did you guys think that Mega Mewtwo X looks ugly? I don't feel it. I'm not vibing with that, honestly. It's kind of making me a little sad. Magikarp is in C. Okay, I'm gonna say Magikarp in C makes a lot of sense. Croconaur's in C. That's a shocker to me. Mega Slowbro, no! Come on! At least tell me that regular Slowbro isn't in C. That's gonna really break my heart if it is. I just don't want to see it in C. It's not. Oh, Slowpoke is, but Slowbro isn't. Okay, let's go. Whoa, look at these Gen 1s in C. Damn, people are not vibing with these Gen 1 mons. Actually, for all the Gen 1 mons, I kind of understand why all of these are in C. Like, this all makes sense to me. Dude, there's a lot of Gen 1 mons that I've just... You know what this... I think this also shows that there's no Gen 1er bias for the sample that we took, because you think if there's a Gen 1 bias, all the Gen 1s are going to at least be maybe higher than that. But the amount that we see in C here, that means to make sense. It also shows that Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are liked in equal amounts. Look at that. They're both in like the same area. And that, you know, to me, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a ton of sense to me. Magnemite and Magneton. Dude, I love Magneton though. And it breaks my heart. All of the Nidorans are down here, but the final evolutions, they're probably higher. Caterpie being so low actually breaks my heart. It really, really saddens me a lot, because I love Caterpie. Why is this so low? Look at this. A lot of people seeing that Caterpie is a D tier mon. Caterpie is the original bug. No, man, you can't put it that low. That's a real sadness maker for me. It's just really sad to see. Zubat also in C. I guess Zubat being in C makes sense because of the fact that it is so annoying and it annoys so many people. So I get it. I understand. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I understand. I get it, right? We got Mesprit down here. Yeah, Mesprit. I mean, who cares about Mesprit? We have Shuckle down here. We don't have Slacking. We have another Rotom form. I wonder what the highest rated Rotom form is going to be. You know, I bet it's going to be Wash. I bet it's probably going to be Wash. That's what it is. And then we have Shelgon, Bagon and Shelgon down here. All the pseudo legends, they're all going to be high. All the pseudo legends are going to be at least A tier. If I see a B tier pseudo legendary, I'm going to be so shocked. In fact, hey, maybe we should move on to this, because now we're moving on to B tier. Eternatus. Oh, okay. Eternatus, Master Hand Eternatus. I want to look at the votes for this bad boy. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh my god, okay. This shows that every vote matters, because look at this. Tied 26%, tied 26%. This was 2 votes away from being A tier. 2 votes. 2 votes will be away from being A tier. That's how close it was. Every vote, 100% counts in this. What the fuck is Vespiquen doing in B tier? Anyone want to explain this one to me? What's up with that? What? Do people really vibe with Vespiquen like that? I'm sorry, Vespiquen sucks. Why is this so high? I didn't realize that people were vibing out with Vespiquen so hard and so much. Hey, that's a shocker to me. Okay, back up to B tier. I agree with a lot of these. I think a lot of B tier generally encompasses Pokemon that are pretty good and people generally like, but doesn't really get into the top like 10 of anyone. Like, does Tatsugiri get into the top 10? No. Wait, what? Reboot? No, Reboot is the best Pokemon ever. What the hell? Oh, well, come on. People like to... Reboot is so cool, though. All right, who's the 32 people trying to put Reboot in jail? I just want to talk to them. What are they doing? What are they saying? What's up with that? That makes no sense. The hell's going on with that? What else have we got here? We have both Urshifu forms, or at least the Gigantamax versions of them. We have Iron Bunny, Calyrex, Shadow Rider. Do we have Glastrier? Do you have Ice Rider, too? Do people like Ice Rider more? I see Glastrier there. I don't know. It might be in here somewhere. Do people genuinely like the Glastrier more? Oh, like this Flapple. There's, oh my god, there's so many mons here. Oh, there's Rotom, there's Regirock. Okay, I feel like people have meme bias towards Regirock, right? Oh, but people generally, it wasn't really that close. In fact, Regirock almost got into C tier, which I thought that meme bias would put Regirock at least in like A tier. Rabombi is B tier. Oh, I love Rabombi. There's Lopunny. Okay, a lot of this makes sense. I want to say, why is Hot Wheels below Colossal, though? That doesn't make sense to me. That's actually somewhat insulting. Hisuian Growlithe. Oh, I accidentally voted Hisuian Growlithe in D, like, just by mistake. I felt so bad. I actually, like, broke my heart when I did that. Ferrothorn is right next to Sobble. Okay, cool, interesting. We got ourselves Hakamoto is in B tier, next to Mega Sharpedo. What's all that about? We have Rotom Mo. I think every form of Rotom has probably been seen at this point, because we have Wash, Regular, Mo. I think Heat was down below. There's Heat. Actually, no, Heat is there. Slacking's in B. Okay, Forest's in B. I'm kind of happy that Forest's in B. I didn't expect it to get very high, but the fact that it at least made it to B, that makes me happy, because I do love Forest. We got Registeel down here as well. All the versions, like almost every single Dynamax. Ooh. Wait, Moltres is higher than I thought it would be. In fact, looking at the Generation 1 picks, oh, Ivysaur. We're seeing the first Gen 1 starters. All the Gen 1 starters landed in B. Every single one. There is no bias towards any of the Gen 1 starters. This is incredibly consistent. What's really coming out to me here is how consistent a lot of the voting is for this. It's super consistent. A lot of the Pokemon are exactly where you think they might be, just based on the community sentiment. There's Starmie, there's Mareep. Oh, Mareep being here is kind of sad. I kind of wish that was a little bit higher. There's Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah, I mean, these are the Pokemon that people generally like. I think everybody likes these. In fact, whoa, wait, Galarian Corsola being so high is like kind of shocking to me. Like, why is Galarian Corsola so high? Wow, ton of bees. Do people just like it when the coral reefs die? Australia's gonna be really pissed about that when they find out, so please don't tell them. All right, into A tier. Now this is where it gets big. All the Ogerpon forms, all the Ogerpon forms except one, which is really weird. Is it the original form? I guess the design of the mask is maybe like putting some people off here, which is like kind of funny, actually. Ultra Necrozma, Sprigatito's an A. This is where every single starter is going to be. But I am curious, how many votes for Peak Fiction did Rowlet get? It got 435 for Peak and 546 for Awesome. We're going to compare and contrast that to something else here. Wait, where is it? I wanted to compare and contrast that to Sprigatito. How many did Sprigatito get? Sprigatito got, damn, not even the same amount, not even close to the same amount. Damn, people generally like Rowlet more, I think. Okay, I think that the A tier entirely encompasses most Mega Evolutions, the starters, and almost every single legendary. People love legendaries. I don't know what to say about it. Like, people love legendaries. Actually, let's have a look at Greninja. Oh no, let's have a look at Arceus. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's have a look at Arceus. People like Arceus. The funny thing is, Arceus really hasn't had much going for it apart from Legends Arceus. And Arceus doesn't play a massive role in Legends Arceus. Like, oh, it puts your Pokemon, it puts your guy where it is. But it doesn't like make a huge appearance apart from the end. I mean, it is God, so I guess that makes sense. I mean, I guess Arceus is awesome. A for Arceus, A for awesome, right? I mean, he has an interesting theme. It kind of sets him apart from the others. Oh, yo, you know what? This shocks me. Hold on. Hisuian Decidueye and Obstagoon being an A. Gargankel being an A? Have people just been playing too much Pokerogue? What's going on? Oh, Incineroar, hold on. Wait, a Morris? No. What? Did people really? Oh my god, it tied. It tied. If it had one more B vote, it would have been in B. It literally tied. That's crazy. I guess, is it in both? Do we just count it as both? It's the exact same number. Aurorus, Amoris. I just don't understand how that even got close to A. That boggles my mind. Higher than Spiel, higher than Slacking, higher than Mega Venusaur, Gigantamax, higher than Mega Pidgeot, higher than every other, higher than Kadabra. Kadabra's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. That's actually like sad. That's really, really sad. The hell is going on with this? Genuinely so sad. Kadabra deserves so much more. There's Electivire. Yeah, like literally all the evolutions, all the legendaries. People love their legendaries. Luxray's in A tier. Let's go, Luxray. Mega Mewtwo Y is 2 stages above Mega Mewtwo X. Groudon's in here. All the Pokemon that people generally love are in here. Like, we got Eevee. Growlithe. Growlithe should be in Peak Fiction. What the hell's going on with this? Oh, Growlithe should have been in Peak Fiction. Who is putting Growlithe as B? Seriously, what's up with that? What's wrong with you? Are you kidding me? A loyal to death fire dog that is a puppy and just wants your love? What's wrong with you? Why would you put that anything lower than A? You disgust me. Who voted for that? Who was it? Gigantamax Corviknight in A is like a shocker to me. That makes very little sense. Lycanroc being here, also a shocker. Glaceon being here is a shocker. I know it's an evolution, but do people generally fuck with Glaceon that much? I personally don't. Grovyle being here makes sense. Staraptor, of course, sick. Talonflame, I feel like should be at least B, maybe C. I'd put Talonflame. Absol, A for Absol. Absol has always been cool and edgy and stuff, so we love Absol. We love the Galarian Rapidash, apparently. Also very cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, almost all the stars are in, yeah, almost all the stars are in A. Along with Mega Beedrill. That's a shocker. Mega Beedrill being so high is a shocker to me. Alola Marowak being right next to the Cantonian stars, also a shocker to me. That kind of blows my mind a little bit. Lapras makes sense. I love Lapras. We love Gengar. It's fantastic. But now Peak Fiction. Here we go. We're dipping into Peak Fiction here. Let's see. What do you have here? We have Mega Charizard X. Alolan Ninetales is a shocker. Mega Gengar. Mega Rayquaza. Mew. Umbreon. Razquaz. Giratina Origin. Mudkip. Primal Groudon and Kyogre. Zoroark. Giratina Regular. Mega Lucario. Sylveon. Ogerpon. And Clodsire to wrap out the highest and most highly rated Pokemon in the entire franchise. Look at that. So, I mean, honestly, I have to say, I am really surprised that Alolan Ninetales made it into the highest possible rank. That kind of surprises me. I mean, people love Alolan Ninetales. I did not realize. I mean, it is a beautiful Pokemon, don't get me wrong. I just didn't realize it would be so high. Kyogre and Groudon almost completely matched. Groudon had lower votes than Kyogre did. People like the whale more than they like Groudon. That is actually really shocking to me. Just across the board, Kyogre voted and polled better than Groudon did. Mega Rayquaza versus regular Rayquaza. Who do people like more? People like Mega Rayquaza more, and it's not even close. People just love Mega Rayquaza, like a ton. Jesus, by 200 peak fiction votes, over 250 actually. Ogerpon getting into the highest rank is a big moment for me. I absolutely love Ogerpon. We have the Mega Charizard, of course. Like, some form of Charizard had to make it into peak fiction, I think. Like, it makes sense to me. And we have Mega Lucario. We have Transrites with Sylveon, which is fantastic. Clodsire just kind of like tags along, I guess. Very close to being an awesome tier. Zoroark Hisui is great. The one base form starter that made it to peak fiction was Mudkip, that's got to be because of the Alpha Ride video. Surely it has to be. And then we have Umbreon and Mega Gengar. I wasn't expecting Mega Gengar to be up here with the biggest of the boys either, but it made it up there, which is weird because we haven't seen Mega Gengar in any kind of media recently. People just really like Mega Gengar a lot. And then we have Umbreon, which is the highest rated evolution of all time. So if you want to check out any of these individually, I will leave it in the description. But hey, that is of 2.7 million votes and 17,000 people polled. That is the most comprehensive list of Pokemon that people like that we could possibly get. At least that I could possibly get. And if you think that was cool, then maybe you should subscribe here. Or use code patterrz for money off your purchases. Links in the description. Go use code patterrz. Go and do it. Go ahead.